Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Gutierrez. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to create an event on BaySync. So first things first, you're going to want to go to my BaySync, csueastbay.edu. And then from there, you want to make sure to sign into your account as well. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to be using the Student Life and Leadership account for this example. And so once you're on the page and you're signed in, you're going to want to go to the Organizations tab. And you're going to want to type in your particular club or org's name. For me, it's going to be Student Life, so I'll just click on that. And once the name pops up, you're going to click on your page. As you can see, the page can be very customizable. You can edit gallery, update your description, stuff like that. But what we're mainly going to be focusing on is manage organization. So once that page loads in, you're going to be going to the top left corner. Click on this directory, you're going to be going to the Events tab. From here, you're going to also look for the Create Event, and then we can get started on creating your particular event. So for this example, I'm going to be calling it the Coffee Roundup. And since it's going to be more of a social event, I'm going to be calling it a social. With events, you typically want to give a brief description of what people can expect from it. So I'm going to be giving a brief description saying, feel free to stop by and hang out with us while grabbing some of our delicious coffee. Typically, you want to have a little bit longer of a description, depending on what kind of event you're having. You want to make sure to draw in as many people as possible. For the sake of time, I'm just going to give it a little short and sweet description. Along with that, if you're going to be co-hosting your event with anyone, you want to make sure to include that as well. For an example, I'll be using orientation team. Hopefully, we're going to be co-hosting the event with them. And then from there, you're going to be going into date and time, as well as location. For this, it's very important to sort of make sure that certain areas are available if you're going to be doing them in person. By that, I mean you're going to make sure to book said locations. The way you would do that is you would go through our online service 25 Live. That will basically have a list of all the different locations on campus that are available for reserving for events. And along with that, just general knowing if they're going to be free or not. It's very important to keep this in mind so you don't have any conflicts day of the event. So I'll have another video kind of going more in depth about that. So make sure to check that out if you have any questions. For the time being, we're just going to go with the date of August 26th, and we're going to go from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And we're going to go with the location of the A and E walkway. I'll save that. And then scrolling down, we're going to go to the event visibility. Basically what this will be is your options to show who will be able to see the event itself. For most of them, you want to make sure it's available to the public, so you can get as many eyes on it as possible. But if you want to specifically club organization or club event only, you can specifically put it for members of all hosting organizations, and it will only be set to them. Along with that, make sure the categories are still in place. Again, we are having a social event, so you want to make sure to put that set like that. You can also select multiple categories. So if you also want to say, this is one for a meeting for student organization, we'll say that as well. And then along with that, you can also select perks. You'd be like free food, free stuff, or credit. For this case, since it's a coffee event, we'll say free food. So going on to the next tab, we're going to go more in depth about the Rsvp system. Basically, what this will be is a system that allows you to sort of confirm ahead of time how many people will be expected to come to the event. You can kind of customize this as much as you would like. You can set this to everyone, invite only, or no one, depending if you want RSVP or not. Along with that, you can also limit the amount of available RSVP spots if you only have a limited amount of things to give away or a limited amount of space in the event. You can set that as well. Along with that, you can also allow guests, so you can know a more general number if you have people who are RSVPing, bringing guests as well. Along with that, you can also have organization representation. What this basically means is that if you want to have someone RSVP, they would also want to indicate what club or organization they are representing. This is completely optional. Typically, you would not need this, but it's up to you and how you would want to run your event. Along with that, you can also add different questions to go along with the RSVP, so you can get a more in-depth response from your possible attendees. So again, up to you. Along with that, you can also set up event evaluation questions for post-event information, so you can see how students may have enjoyed the event, may have some issues with the event, and how you can improve in the future. So I would highly recommend checking this out and adding questions to your own discretion. And so once we're there, you can go to the end. You can upload a photo to represent your event. Typically, you'd want to make a flyer or something. What we would highly recommend is using things like Canva and stuff like that, as they are free programs and they work very well for giving a good professional look for any event you may have. So do keep that in mind. So for the time being, we're just going to skip that. And then from there, you'll be at the review event submission. It'll basically ask you if you want to review everything about your event. We'll have the date, the time, location. You can click on particular details if you'd like, as well as the cover photo. And then from there, all you want to do is click submit, and then your event will be ready to go. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day and good luck.